What's up, YouTube? This is FourthStarTCG, and today I have got for you guys PSA Returns round, I don't know, maybe 14? I think it's 14. Wow, they just losing track of the numbers once you get over like 10. So we got two orders to show off here. The first one, these both came back on the same day, which was really cool. One was a 5-day and the other was a 30-day, but they all came back. It took me a little bit longer to get them as I am up in Canada for university, so it had to be shipped to my home address and then shipped up to me here in Canada. So it did take a little bit longer, but I still got these awesome PSA graded cards to show off. First, I'll go over the card that I sent in on the 5-day order. If you watched my CP6 booster box opening, you've already seen it, but it is the no rarity symbol base set Charizard Japanese. This is incredibly rare. The no rarity is the first print run of the Japanese base set. If you're interested in learning more about no rarity, I'll link the video I did for the Elite Forum on no rarity cards in the video description below. But suffice to say, this is a very valuable card. I would be interested in selling it if I get the right offer, so if you are interested in it, shoot me an offer. There are a couple cards for here in this submission that will be for sale. I will mention that. We got two boxes here to show off. Show those right there. But yeah, we'll just crack into these right here. This was just a fantastic return for me. Not everything came out the way I wanted it to, but I mean that's sort of how it works with PSA. Not everything comes out perfect. All right, I'll just toss that box down there. Remove my order forms and everything. Make sure everything is in the right order, as it looks like it is. All right, so first off, we have my Neo 4 Shining Tyranitar. Came back a mint 9. Very hard to get the actual sort of to highlight how good this card looks, but I think this light does it fairly well. Yeah, just a beautiful card. Very happy with the mint 9 grade. These cards are incredibly hard to score in a 10. I thought this could be a candidate for a 10. As you can see, there's really nothing wrong with it on the back. However, there is a very small ding in the bottom corner right there. On the front, if you can notice that. So that's probably why this card came back a 9. Still extremely happy with it. This card is also for sale if you're interested. Next up, another absolutely beautiful card. Japanese Neo 3 Ho-Oh. So beautiful. Absolutely love it. Came back a Gem Mint 10. I've had this for a while. Have not just got around to grading it, but very happy that this came back with the Gem Mint 10 grade. This is also for sale if you are interested. Get that to focus in there. Yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful card. Very happy that that came back the way it did. Oops, sorry for that. Just bump the camera a little bit there. Next up, I have my Japanese first edition Rayquaza Gold Star from Clash of the Blue Sky. Came back a very good 3. This is what I was expecting. This is not a good condition card. As you can see, there is significant edge wear on the back, and there is in fact a crease right there. Yeah, this is not a good condition card. I agree with the assessment of a 3. The front actually looks really nice. There's really, you can't see much on the front, but still very happy with this, as I had this in a top loader and I was just like worried that I would lose it, and losing a first edition Gold Star Rayquaza is never a good thing, no matter what the condition is. So I decided to grade it just for the heck of it. Nice to have it encapsulated. Yeah. Next up, we got a Mint 9 Regirock Gold Star from EX Legend Maker. Was hoping that this would come back a 10. I guess maybe, yeah, I mean, I can really see nothing wrong. Maybe that little ding there in the corner knocked it down. Sorry, just take a look off camera real quick. But yeah, I was hoping that this would come back a 10. Unfortunately, it did not, but I'm still fine with it. A mint 9 on a Gold Star card. Again, still a wonderful, wonderful grade. Never to be disappointed with. Next up, we got a Near Mint to Mint 8 Shadowless Zapdos. I bought this just for the nostalgia, really. I thought it was really cool to have. Sent it in just for the heck of it. Came back with an 8, which I think is a fair grade. There's some edge wear on the back and some scratches on the front. This is also for sale. If you're interested, shoot me an offer. Yeah. If you're interested in purchasing any of these cards, email me. My email is FourthStarTCG@gmail.com, just my channel name @gmail.com, and I'm sure we can figure out a deal. Next up, I'm super happy with this card. I can cross this off my list, and I can never have to worry about it again. The Japanese Charizard EX from the Charizard starter deck. This is just such a hard card to find, and it's so beautiful. Look at that hollow pattern, sort of going all over the card. I actually really like this light that I'm recording in right now at my apartment at college, but the light is very nice. I can show off the hollow pattern on this card very well. So just super happy with this. Extremely pumped that it came back a 10. And I can just cross this off the list and never have to worry about it again. And this was something that, like, in my collection, I'm trying to just sort of get rid of all of the super difficult cards first, and then we'll see later on. But if I can get like the Charizard and the Lugia and the Rayquazas and all that stuff out of the way early, then that's just fantastic. I don't have to worry about buying that ever again. Next up, we have a set of cards that it's just blown me away how amazingly these have graded, and just what I've been able to do with this set over the past 2 years, and it's blown me away that I'm so close to completing this set. We have the 4 Japanese EX Dragon Frontiers EXs that I sent off. First up, we got Altaria EX. Came back a Gem Mint 10. I'll just do my little spiel for a second. These cards are virtually impossible to find in mint condition for varying reasons. Number one, the PCG era in Japan was not a very big era for Pokemon, so there were less cards printed. The cards that were printed were mainly used by players and not by collectors, so the card quality is bad because people were using them to play with and they weren't collecting them and putting them in sleeves. That paired with the fact that they're 10 years old, and that this set had abysmal centering, probably the worst centering of any, I'd say maybe, set in the EX series onward. The Neo stuff and maybe base set no rarity might give this a run for its money for worst centered, but it's really terrible. You guys should just look up, like, on eBay what these cards look like. Sure, Japanese Dragon Frontiers, and you'll see how terribly centered these are. So to get 1 in a 10 is nuts, and I've sort of spoil it right now for the next couple cards. I'm 1 card away from completing this set. The EX is in a Gem Mint 10, which is just nuts. Here's that 1 card that I am missing. Kingdra EX, which came back a Mint 9. Can understand, the centering's off, as it always is with these cards. I think there's maybe a little nick here in the top corner, so I can understand why this came back a 9. Yeah, I'm still fine with it. I just need this card in a Gem Mint 10, and then I'll finish it off, which spoils the next couple grades. But here's one that I am just so happy with. I love this card so much. Probably my I don't even know which ones are my favorite in the set. They're all just so beautiful. But the Flygon EX, this is first edition. This is the second first edition copy, or second first edition card, the EX card that I have in a Gem Mint 10. I also have the Rayquaza in first edition. All my other 10s are unlimited. First edition is even worse with centering, so to be able to get this in a 10 is just mind-blowing. As you can see, there is really nothing wrong with the card on the back. Yeah, so there we go. Just a beautiful, beautiful card right there. Last, for the Dragon Frontiers cards, we have this Dragonite EX. I do already have this in a 10. The only reason I graded this was because I have a good friend who collects Dragonite cards, and this has in fact been already sold to him. So this is the 1 duplicate card that I have, and it's already been sold, and I know he will take great care of it. So very happy to grab this Dragonite in a 10 yet again. Moving away from the Dragon Frontiers, we're now going into some more Japanese EX cards. We've got Armaldo EX, coming back as a Gem Mint 10 in first edition as well. This is the majority of what I collect is the Japanese EX series, so that's what the remainder of, or most of what the remainder of this submission is. We actually have some English cards, which I haven't graded in a while, but we'll see how those came out. Got a Clefable EX from Flight of Legends, again in a Gem Mint 10. Very nice. Put that in there. Next up, we got a Flygon EX. Mirage Forest, Gem Mint 10, first edition, just beautiful. I do already have this in a 10, so if you are interested in purchasing, let me know. Just keep in mind that I will charge you a fair amount for that card. I'm not going to be cheap, especially with these cards. I know exactly how hard they are to get in a 10. I know exactly how much they're worth in a 10. You can argue with me if you want, but that's just how I feel. Salamence EX, Clash of the Blue Sky. This is my second attempt in trying to get this card in a 10, and it's my second attempt failing. There's maybe a little nick here and there, but I was really hoping for this card to come back with the Gem Mint 10 grade. Unfortunately, did not. Yeah, really nothing you can do there. Sometimes the cards just aren't as mint as you think they are. Next up, another beautiful card which was able to get the Gem Mint 10 grade, the Kingdra EX from Rulers of the Heavens. Again, just such a beautiful card. I love these Japanese EXs. The holo pattern is amazing, and the PSA case really brings out the holo pattern. Even if you have a card that's not in good condition, but you just want to show it off, a PSA case does that so much more, or so much better than a top loader or a sleeve or a card saver or anything, because those get scratched. They don't show off. Like, I mean, look at that. And this isn't a trick of the light or anything. This is actually what it looks like in real life once you get your cards PSA graded. The holo just jumps out. Mint 9 Shifter EX from Miracle Crystal. Unfortunately, this one did not get the 10 grade, but you can't win them all, I guess. So pretty happy that this one did come back high. At least we didn't get any random 6s in this submission, which was nice. Next up, got a Dustox EX from Mirage Forest. Was able to score the Gem Mint 10 grade. Very happy with this, as I did add it at the last second to the submission. I was doing my sale binder and I was going through, and sometimes I'll cut the other box here while I'm talking to you guys. Sometimes I'll miss cards. I'll see them and I'll think, oh, this probably isn't a 10. See something when I'm looking at them, and then when I look back again, I can't see it, and I realize, like, hey, maybe I was judging this card a little too harshly. Maybe I was looking at the back of a different card, and I don't know, my condition evaluating process is kind of weird. I basically do it so that I don't know what card I'm looking at, and then I'll go through and I'll sort them by condition, and then whichever ones are in, like, the good pile, the gradable pile, I'll just look at them. So that's how I sort of eliminate bias, because if I look at a card that I really like, then I might think it's in better condition than it actually is. But sometimes I might just, like, mess up, and I think that's what happened on one. Because I remember getting, like, like a 7, some 8s on EX cards, and I was like, what? That doesn't make sense. Well, enough about my condition process. Let's get back into the returns. This is just a beautiful card right here. Gem Mint 10 Arcanine EX from Mirage Forest. This is my second attempt on this card. Not on this card specifically, but my second attempt grading an Arcanine EX. And it came back a 10 this time. Very, very happy for that. Yeah, just beautiful. Another last second addition to this submission, and very happy that it achieved the Gem Mint 10 grade. These next two cards I am extremely happy with, and I'll explain once I show them. We got the Rockets Zapdos EX first edition from Rocket Gang Strikes Back, which came back a Gem Mint 10. I mean, just beautiful. Very, very happy with this. And the next card, here I'll show them together. We got the Rocket Scyther EX from Rocket Gang Strikes Back. These two cards were the last cards that I needed. I've now completed the Rocket Gang Strikes Back EX set in Gem Mint 10. So I have every single EX card from that set in a Gem Mint 10. I'm probably going to attempt to buy a complete set with commons, uncommons, holos. And then I'll do sort of like an ultimate complete set video once I get that. Or if that seems too difficult, maybe I'll just show them all off in a video at some point. I believe these are the last two Japanese EX cards. We have a Deoxys EX Defense Form, Clash of the Blue Sky, very nice, very happy that this was able to score the Gem Mint 10 grade. First edition as well. Just continuing to chip away at that absolute mountain of Japanese EX cards that I need to eventually get my collection goals. We got a Gem Mint 10 Polytoad EX from Golden Sky Silvery Ocean. A little bit off center, but I'm still very happy that they were able to award this card the Gem Mint 10 grade. Next up, now we're into some English cards. Mega Charizard EX from Generations. I was very much hoping for a 10 on this. As you can see, there's really not much wrong on the back at all. There is a tiny nick in the corner. This is definitely a candidate for a review. Send it in, see what PSA thinks of it again, as I honestly think this card is a 10 worthy card. Next up, my English cards did crappy. I'm just going to tell you guys right now, they just did terribly. We got Mega Rayquaza EX from Roaring Skies. Again, came back at Mint 9. I pulled this myself at Pokemon Worlds. Pack fresh, Roaring Skies, pretty nice. Couple like tiny little nicks, but I don't think that that's worthy of downgrading it to a 9. So there is that. We got 2 copies of Team Rocket's Handiwork from Fates Collide, and they both came back 9s. Kind of sad about that, that these both came back 9s. These are for sale if you're interested. Yeah, if you're interested in these, I'll give you a good price on them. Not really expensive. Yeah, so if you're interested in those two, let me know. Also, another Fates Collide card, Alakazam EX. I bought a ton of Fates Collide full arts, and I just graded the best ones, and these were the best ones, and they came back 9s, which kind of is sad. I was hoping for at least 110 on my English cards, and I didn't get any. Here's the last English card I submitted. The Dark Dragonite Holo from Team Rocket Returns. Still pretty happy with a 9 on this, as I think a lot of people, they don't realize how hard a 9 is to get. A 9 is pretty much a near perfect condition card, especially on a card that's 12 years old like this is. So yeah, this Dark Dragonite Holo, it is exclusive to the James theme deck, and it just looks beautiful. It's one of my favorite cards from the EX series in English that's not an EX. Yeah, so just very happy with that. We got the just a couple more Japanese cards, some modern Japanese cards to finish the submission off. We got a Gem Mint 10 Mega Salamence EX from the Korokoro Ichiban Salamence Gym Battle. Very happy that PSA actually corrected this for me, because I put it in as a Night Battle promo, but that was for Karen and Salamence EX, I believe, and not Mega Salamence EX. So happy that PSA actually knows their Pokemon and was able to correct this for me. But very happy with this. Salamence is one of my favorite Pokemon. I am sad that this did not get a full art, but I am happy that I was able to score this in a Gem Mint 10. This is the first copy of this card graded, Population 1. A couple of the other cards in here are Population 1. Stuff like the Dragon Frontiers EXs, those are all Population 1 in a 10. I think Altaria's 2 and Dragonite's 2, because I've graded 2 of the 10s. We got a Hoopa Archgenie of Rings promo right here, Gem Mint 10. Another card that's for sale if you're interested. Another card I'll give you a good price on. Yeah, got that in a lot with a bunch of other cards, and I just kind of wanted to grade it just for the heck of it. Thought it was cool. Flareon EX from the Pokecune collection. Really the only card I really liked from that set. I know a lot of people like it too, but yeah. Flareon EX from the Pokecune collection in a Gem Mint 10. And just a couple full arts to finish it off. Glalie EX from Blue Shock, Gem Mint 10. An expected grade on these full arts, as I pulled all of these. Unfortunately, My Zerosic full art scored a 9, but I mean, what can you do? Sometimes that happens. And last but not least in this submission is the Bridget full art from Blue Shock, coming in at a Gem Mint 10. So thank you guys very much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and stick around for more videos. I got some more CP6 coming up, and I've also got general TCGO videos, PSA stuff, just all the stuff that you've come to love from my channel.